Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's vlog. This week, bit of a different vibe and tone. Last week I took Harry here out with the Nar Valley Bloodhounds for their opening meet. Now if you haven't seen that vlog, I really highly recommend it. This week I really wanted to update you with how my lovely Lara Lee is doing. So for those of you who are new to my channel, firstly welcome, nice to have you here. This is my lovely mare Lara Lee. Now Lara, sadly, probably about a month ago now, had a little accident on the road where she took a tumble. Basically she spooked at a cow and she went down onto her knees. Now this is not the first time this has happened. It happened I think May last year as well. So obviously not ideal, and it does put her out of action for a little while. Apparently her knees are healing really well. The swelling has subsided a lot. The wounds are pretty much almost gone. There's just two little tiny scabs which keep falling off and reforming, so I'll just let them kind of do their thing. Lara's literally just about to wee on my gilet. Have you already? So in terms of how the wounds are doing, I'm actually really happy. You're not so happy. God, you're so grumpy. So grumpy. However, I have made the decision to give her a little bit more time off because I guess it's like if we fell over onto... You're being very distracted. I guess it's like if we fell over onto our knees, it's quite sore, and she is a little bit older. She's 16 next time round, so she'll be 16 in April. So you're 15 and a bit, Lara. So I just think it's probably the fairest thing just to let her have a little time off, a little relax over the winter, so that she can just make a full recovery. And then before I get her back into work in, I don't know, after Christmas, I will have her taken to the vets and they are going to do a full workup on her. Some of you may remember that she has actually not so long ago had her hocks injected. Now that's because after the workup, the vets concluded that yes, she probably does need a little bit of extra help behind. Hence why she's having the time off and I'm not going to push it with her. So at this time of year, Lara Lee would normally be clipped, pulled, looking tip-top, ready for, you know, a bit of bloodhounding, some fun shows. However, she is the fluffiest with the longest mane that she's ever been allowed to be, basically. So she's living her best feral horse life, aren't you, Lara? Okay. But as I say, there's no point. What's the point of me pulling her mane? And obviously I'm not going to clip her because currently she's quite happy going out in a no-fill sheet, whereas normally she'd be rubbed up to the eyeballs because she is an absolute wuss. I think it's really nice just to let them, she can just be a horse for a while. Instead of getting all down and in the dumps about it, it's given me a chance to reflect on our year and our eventing season. Now I wouldn't say it has been an overly successful season, but I would say it's been an educational one, wouldn't you, Lara? So what I'm gonna do is, instead of being all doom gloomy about our you know, the fact that I can't ride her and she's out of work for a bit, I thought I'd take a look back at our season with you, give you a few snippets from the start of our year, which was Osby in March, all the way up to our last event, which is, I can't even remember, I think it was Isleham in July. So I'd say we had probably half a season. And obviously it wasn't just eventing that Lara and I took part in this year. We did a few bits with Horse and Country TV, which started with Back to Basics back in February, and obviously more recently have done the Swipe Up Kick On episode. So, you know, we've done a lot. We've done, you right there, Bon? Just pan you round. You got an itchy bum? Have you got an itchy bum? I think you've got a burr in your forelock as well, haven't you, hey? You look like you got a little burr there. She's like, I hate it when you try and pull it out, Mum. I'll get that in a minute, shall I? Hey? I'll get that in a minute. Anyway, I will stop yabbering on now and I will leave you guys to look at the highlights of mine and Lara Lee's 2021 season, and hope I don't get my ear bitten off by Bonnie. Oh boy, am I in for a ride. It just, oh, I'm going to commentate a little bit, but you can probably see how it's going to go. Bound into the first fence. Little tiny short one in there. And as we're going round, I'm just trying to keep my leg on her, keep her focused on the next fence, riding her through round the corners. But you will see, as the round goes on, she starts to pick up her speed. And I think it's after this fence where we wang it round the corner. Here we come, like a race car. And after this fence, she just goes. She is going, and I cannot control the speed. She's going at whatever speed she wants, which is fine, but not because they're show jumps. And obviously, if you go too fast, she'll go flat, and then they'll fall down. And that is where we paid the price at the first element of the double. Came to this oxer, and then it was a race to get to the last, the quickest. Oh! Oh my gosh!
That was fast.
I could not stop. I couldn't hold her.
Lara Lee. First time at Ayres. Good luck to them as they set out onto the cross country. Well, she's used the whole day to put on her YouTube channel. Lucy Betting, Lucy Robinson and Lara Lee. Joining us on cross country at any moment. Frankie Turner comes round.
Basically, I was trying to think too much about her checking up for the fences, that at the beginning they were really messy, so I was fiddling around too much. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to let her roll on with it and push her. I said to myself, I was saying out loud, forward, so I was going forward into the fences, because before I was like checking her back, but so the last half of the course, bang on.
Good.
So good. So good. Very quick though.
That's what she's been waiting for all day.
Oh god, got a little extra control with the lead drip around the nose now.
Crazy stalker, running too much. I have to stop. Build my dreams around you, yeah. 'Cause they're not real. My life's a joke. My life's a joke. Really think it had a thing for you, you stupid girl. My life's a joke. My life's a joke. Really think it had a thing for you.
Lara Lee.
Here we are on the show jumping. The phase that I am most terrified of. I have no idea why. I will happily hurtle towards a huge solid cross-country fence, but anything that falls down seems to scare me a little bit more. So this was a really nice, actually, field. You can see this, it's really sandy soil, So actually the going was quite good. We completely lost it around this corner, got a bit deep into this one, which meant that I think I wanged her into this bit. Yeah, but we had it down. That was completely my fault. Hands up to that one. Lara didn't ride it very well. And then I seemed to switch on. I was like, right, like this nice kind of related distance, could see that stride, and I was thinking, right, we're flowing now. It's getting, once I'm over the first fence, generally I'm fine, but before that I tend to panic a bit. This fence coming up here, fence 7, was massive, and you can't actually see it, but she jumps it so well. I was so sad the photographer wasn't at that fence actually. So it's just trying to keep her. Oh, we have that one down, and that was not my fault. Sorry, Lara, that was your fault. Last double, yes! Oh, happy, relieved. 8 faults again, but better than a slap in the face.
Lara Lee, is it?
Well, remember the message is still arrive, compete and leave, much as we love to have you here. Still got to
We have our equi-wheel round, ladies and gentlemen. So excited to show you this. Come out the start box. She's always really good in the start box, and get quite a decent shot over the first fence. And oh, we get it from a different angle. Yeah, so nice and forward out of the start box, nice and encouraging. Whee! There she goes, and coming up to the second, which again was like in a nice, inviting little roll top thing, some pretty flowers. The next fence is the third.
Now your test?
I think so. We'll find out, won't we? We will find out. I bet you any money that I'm in the end arena, which is the spookiest.
Oh, fun. Whee! If anyone ever wanted to know what it's like to work with Lucy Robinson, she's horrid, awful, nasty person, and I think she's looking at me now while I'm doing this.
So here we have the BE 102 test in a new arena. Lara and I had never actually been in this arena before, and at Kiso they love these judges boxes and Lara does not. So I was working really hard with my inside leg, and I knew this corner would be an issue, but anyway, I just carried on regardless. The start of the test is a very loopy, which normally helps to get her softening round my leg and get her moving through her back, but you can see she's just a little bit tense in the frame, and I was really struggling. It actually felt a load worse than it's looking. It's looking less bad. However, she wasn't doing these. That's not a walk. You're supposed to walk for 3 to 5 steps over X, and well, you can see that did not happen. She was also in this corner. Yep, she says, well, we were supposed to canter, but it was so tense and just not actually very good. You have to give and retake with your inside rein over X, which actually surprisingly she did well. It's just in this corner I couldn't control her. And yeah, she just really didn't want to go into it. Hence that little tantrum there. So you're supposed to trot here, and then the walk comes up really quickly. It's so soon in a test, in my opinion, to have the free walk, which is a half 20-meter circle from F to K. Now I'm just trying to eke her out gently, and I'm trying with my might not to let her jog, because a free walk, obviously their paces are supposed to elongate, and there's the jog, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the killer jog. And then normally when I collect her back up to a medium walk, she then knows that, oh, it's about time, we're going to do something exciting, so hence the head goes up in the air and she's like, woohoo. So we're doing another loop straight away, and there was a little, tried to do a step of canter there, I think, but I managed to contain it, which was great. Back into the corner of doom, she says no. And then we're trying another walk transition over the diagonal here. Is this one going to go any better? Oh, nope. Shuffling into that walk there. There was no clear step shown. And this is where I lost all of my marks. I think I got 4s for my walks, maybe a 4.5. And I don't blame them. But this canter, I was happier with. It's more controlled. She's in my hand. I can't recall what she did in this corner. I think because I was just trying to think forward, looking round my turn, not getting stuck into that corner. The give and retake again was fine. I wouldn't say it's the best frame, but I also wouldn't say it's the worst. A bit of a struggle coming back to that trot transition there. I think by this time I was thinking, when can it be over? I lost some marks for my turn. That other turn was not too bad though. And then the grand finale, the centre line. I've been practicing this with all of my might. Is it paying off? Can we do a good halt at G? Can we? No, we can't. Shuffled into it. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. That wasn't great. Hey ho.
Good job.
Worst test I've ever done. And then I couldn't see a stride into this, so I just sat there, and bless her, she was so honest. And then obviously we had that down, and then at this point I was like, I've had 4 rails, do I retire? Then I was like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going and finish. And she finished really well, so I was so relieved. Well. Oh. Well. That wasn't our best show jumping round. Actually, it was probably our worst. I was so close to actually retiring after fence 7.
Were you?
So close. Basically, I don't know. She had a couple of poles, and I think
she had 2 in the double, and then I think that got to your head.
That really did get, because I was thinking, is she okay?
Yeah.
Which she is fine, and then we had 2 more, and that was because I just stopped riding. And yeah, I think today, sorry guys, probably not going to go cross country because there's no point.
Yeah, some B-roll.
Stop it! My granny pants. This is why I need a horse box. Basically ready to get on at, I think, I'm bang on my time as well, so, because we need about half an hour or so to warm up. Don't be Lara. So, yeah, maybe a bit of hoof oil.
Maybe a bit of what?
Hoof oil.
You having fun?
Yeah, I am having fun.
Are you? Good.
I'm going to warm her up. I've got a good amount of time. I've just seen some friends, eventing friends. So, you think I'm such a loser, don't you? Yeah.
No comment.
She's basically asleep. So I'm not going to wear a watch. We're just going to pootle round and see how we get on. Because obviously we're not being competitive anymore. Because we had a Horlicks of a show jumping round.
She's actually asleep.
Is she? Okay, good. Maybe it's the new karma that I've got. Hey? Come on then. Let's go. Just about, girl.
Adelaide, James. 11th ABC.
So a big thank you to Emily for getting this video of us. I think we're at fence 12 here. Anyway, we'd already had a stop, unfortunately, at a combination a little earlier on at the course. I just wasn't really riding it as well as I should have done, and she just kind of slammed on the brakes at the last minute. Anyway, coming up to this one, had a little bit of slip there coming into the first part. This is supposed to be a 5, didn't do anything, and Lara was like, come on mum, you need to help me out a bit. So what I could have done here is sit up and hold for 5 or push for 4, and I didn't really do either. I didn't commit. So this is good because it's a good learning curve for me that I just need to help her out a little bit more, and then hopefully we'd be okay. But we did it fine after.
Lara Lee.
They've had a couple of issues on the course.
So that cross-country round was obviously far from perfect, and but I'll think as the positives. So the positives first, we got round in one piece. She jumped the fences that I really hate, like the wide tables, really, really well. And then I think I was a bit complacent because normally she's straight as a die through combinations, and I don't really have to do that much. But she is a bit lethargic today. So we had a stop at one of the first related distances, which was like a frangible pin fence, and then we had another stop at a flowery roll top. I think I was just a bit complacent, but she went over the perfect second time and she finished really well, so I'm very happy. No one would think that after having stopped in the show jumping and 2 stops cross country you wouldn't be happy, but I am for some reason. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to announce to you what happens when you enter an arena and you're not concentrating at all. Lara Lee says, no thanks mum, you are not looking or even barely attempting to ride me at this first fence, so I'm gonna slam the brakes on. And unfortunately, this is what it takes to actually get it into my head that I need to ride. So I turn back round and I'm thinking, right, this is not acceptable because that is the smallest fence on the course. It's fence number 1. This has never happened before. So I really get my head into gear here. Forward, thinking forwards, and when she gets a bit uppity, I just take a little check and say, actually, you've just got to listen to my instruction, please, Lara.
Our most recent starter is Francesca Ayres, riding Whippet Springwell. This 19-year-old kept up Gelding, and by Caroline Ayres. Mare 66 is actually 2.3 dressage, 2.8 in the show jump.
From today, so I really hope you enjoyed this little mini Lara Lee update. Don't worry, she won't be disappearing off the vlog, guys. She just will be here with Harry, chilling in the field, you know, just getting some well-deserved R&R. I say chilling in the field, obviously she's still going to come in at night because the clocks are changing. The clocks change tomorrow or yesterday because you'll be watching this on Monday, so clocks are already changed. Winter is upon us. Oh gosh, it's that time of year again. But hey, we know what we let ourselves in for. We do this every single year, so any horse owner that complains about winter, we know what we're doing. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed, as I said, this mini Lara Lee update, and I hope you will tune back in again very soon because next week, guys, I have got a very exciting outing planned with Mr. Harry Barry, and it's one that you really don't want to miss. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Put that little notification ding ding bell on, because honestly, don't want to miss it. I'm quite scared, if I'm honest. If you enjoyed this vlog and want to say a little hello to Lara Lee, make sure you leave a nice comment and give the video a like as well. So for now, I will see you again very soon indeed. Have a good week. Bye.